Hello, today's video is all about making decisions. Now, they're hard enough to make decisions, aren't they? But there is a right time to make them and a wrong time to make them. I mean, decisions in his life cover things like health, finances, career, business, relationships. My name's Lynda Kenny, and as a high performance coach, I come across people that have to make decisions, and it's finding the right time to do them. One thing we shouldn't underestimate, though, is how the impact that one decision can have. A wrong move, for instance, can ruin a relationship, it can ruin a business. Of course, the right one could change your life for the better. And if you arrive at a crossroads, you have to decide which road to take, and you start asking questions. Should I do this? What if? How do I know this is the right decision? Now, I've made a ton of decisions in my life, and some have been very good ones and some have been dire. I used to be told not to make any decisions when you were feeling a bit down because you can't be rational about them. Now, I read an article in the HuffPost, and there was 8 rules in that article on when that you should follow when you're making decisions, and I wanted to share them with you today. 1. This rule asks us to be open to obvious signs. Now, we're often given signals that we often miss or neglect if we're not tuned in. Now, anything can be a sign. The article suggested that your late mother's name on a truck, or a person you were just thinking about calling you, or receiving an offer when you need it the most. When you recognise something as a sign, don't dismiss it. Reflect on the potential of the message being delivered to you. Number 2, take your own advice. If you can't take your own advice, you've learned it in vain. All of our lifelong experiences strengthen our wisdom and clarify our choices. So if 5 or 10 years ago, for instance, you knew what you knew now, what would you have done differently? Allow former things to dictate present decisions. What did a bad decision in the past teach you? If you took the same actions now, the same results will repeat themselves. So what would you advise someone else to do if they shared an issue identical to yours? There's a saying that says, drink from your own fountain of knowledge and take your own advice. 3, keep your conscience clean. No decisions should stain or mark your spirit. Do your best to act for the good of everyone and not just for you. Decisions that hurt others and only benefit you will eventually turn against you. So when in doubt, look at your values and your moral codes and keep your conscience clean by making clean choices. Number 4 is detaching from negative emotions. There's nothing like our own fears, our impatience, our frustration to keep us stagnant. So moving forward with the right choices means that we have to get rid of those negative emotions. Now, if we had no fear, we'd act with incredible courage. If we weren't impatient, we would wait till the right opportunities came along. And if we didn't become so frustrated easily, we extend our perception. The feelings mentioned can only hold our block our progress in life. And when you get rid of them, your decisions don't come out from ego, but from your highest self. Always remember, never make a decision when you feel desperate. Number 5 is know your influences. We quite often turn to friends for guidance when we're a bit confused. And why do we do this? Well, when the right answers are inside us, why do we ask other people? You see, when we see who influences, we can decide whether their advice is causing positive or negative effects. So ask yourself, who am I listening to instead of listening to myself? Remember, people are generally naturally flawed and biased because they're dealing with their own problems. Anyone can offer you their take on what's right, but no one can offer what's right for you. Only you can do that. Number 6 is follow your intuition. Now, our intuition puts everything into perspective of our situation because we know the whole of it. It takes beyond one moment in time and shows us how things will unfold in the future. I mean, how many times have you heard that saying, roll the camera forward? The truth is, we already know exactly what we must do and what will happen if we just follow our internal GPS. Intuition is what feels right inside, and it isn't just a gut feeling. And our instincts can reshape our lives. Allow yourself to be instructed by your inner voice. Number 7 is don't cross red flags. Now, we've often signs and red flags. If unexplained coincidences keep popping up that stop you from doing something, then reconsider your decision. Step back and reflect. Is this a sign that you should stop doing this? Is it a sign that your relationship isn't working, for instance? The last and final thing is about organising your thoughts. Now, positive thoughts turn on possibilities, and when we think something good can happen, we take the right actions to make sure it comes true. If you decide it's time to meet a new partner, for instance, you might take more time to look good in the morning. You might take more care of yourself. Include all your thoughts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Jot down your choices and the potential outcome for you. Imagine what would happen if you did one thing versus another. Circle the choice you believe will lead to your highest good. Organised thoughts lead to wise decisions. Now, I know we can become overwhelmed with all these life choices that we have, but if you act on some of the things I've shared with you, then some of the choices can become infallible and improve your life. So ask yourself what choices and decisions are in your life right now that you have to make, and maybe go through those things again just to help you making your decisions. Now, I offer a 20-minute complimentary discovery call with anyone who's interested in getting more coaching and help in areas of their life and business. If you'd like to take advantage of that, reach out to me on Facebook or go straight to my calendar at callwithlynda.com.